Hey guys, thank you all for joining us. Today's Saturday, right?
Oh, hey! Good morning.
You said an hour, so I set my clock exactly 1 hour from when
Why do you always do that? We're starting an hour. Oh, I'm going to set my alarm for exactly an hour. No, dude, set it for 50 minutes or 55 minutes.
No. I got into the call within under 30 seconds of the time set. You said an hour. I gave myself exactly an hour and 30 seconds. This is when you told me to get on.
Y'all are some kind of ridiculous.
Tell me about it.
Oh, I mean, okay, if that's an open invitation. I'm kidding. Don't fire me.
No, but that's just Darkon. He's like a fucking computer.
Oh my goodness.
He is not like that's just you know, whenever I'm describing Darkon to people who don't know him, I'm like, he's a lot like a computer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, very analytical and he just do.
Oh wait, never mind. I actually beat my alarm because there it is. I am actually ahead of schedule, so no more complaints.
Quote unquote ahead of schedule.
Oh my goodness, y'all are.
Well, I managed to get another round of Safi Jiva in before the stream, and I got the Thunder Lance, but that's it. You know, the other one was a duplicate, so I'm a little upset about that.
Well, if it's a duplicate with a better
What do
skill,
you
you
like?
can take it. Because every weapon has a random skill.
You're like a
on it, so if it
reindeer.
had a better skill, then you could have taken it.
You don't mean that, dude.
What?
Also, if you
Chopper?
wanted the best one to do Safi with, even though the element damage is the same, Elder Seal does depletes his health. So doing the dragon one's better.
Yeah. Well, you know, I got into a party where it was full 16.
It goes really fast when you have 16.
Oh yeah, no, you know, it's in hindsight, I probably should not have even attempted it, but I wasn't thinking about it. Like, Miki gives me a call and she goes, "Hey, I'm ready to go." I'm like, "Oh shit, that's right, 12:30. Fuck."
It's like,
But like,
hi, hello.
right as she called me, we killed it. That was the end, and I obtained my rewards. I'm like, fuck the timing on that.
So that's what we should have done yesterday.
But so anyway, interesting story. So I ended up calling into work sick yesterday, and I say sick because I wasn't really technically sick in the traditional sense. But around 3 a.m. yesterday, for no fucking reason, I've never had this before. Out of a dead fucking sleep, my fucking right leg just decides, yeah, I've grown quite tired of this body. I'm going to try and detach myself now.
I don't
Okay,
want
bye.
to live this existence.
Yeah, it's like, I've grown quite tired of living a part of this body. Good day, sir.
I'm done walking and being a leg, so I'm gonna stop working.
It was so painful.
Just imagine, right?
I cannot self-terminate. I'm going to hurt you until you remove me.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much like what was happening. Hey, lady, thank you for joining us.
Just
Lady.
imagine that happened when the day of my doctor's appointment.
Oh man, that would have been bad.
Wouldn't have been able to go at all.
Oh geez, Jared, it is Sunday where Jared's at 2:44 a.m. Fucking hell, man, why are you still awake?
Oh, because he's in Australia.
What's
Where
it
is
like in the
Jared?
future?
Australia.
Oh my god.
Jared,
Australia.
Jared, what's it like in the future?
I
Do,
don't-
do we have flying cars yet?
Do we?
Jesus.
Is he in the future or is he in the past? Which direction do we go? I can't remember.
He's in the future. We're in the past.
This is such a weird conversation.
That's like the conversation I had about like Bakugo's birthday. Like technically in Japan it was his birthday, but in America it wasn't.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Happy birthday, Bakugo!" And then I realized like, oh right, States. first in Japan, but it's not the first here.
Yeah.
Fuck.
April Fools, motherfucker.
I can't believe his birthday's April Fools. Maybe that's why his mom, like, is so bitchy around him. He was the April Fool's joke she did.
Fucking, I imagine, like, she fucking, like, gave birth to him, right? And the doctor's like, it's a beautiful baby girl. Fucking, but it has a penis. Ah, April Fools.
Oh my god.
Like,
I
I
feel
would
like
be
if that
pissed.
happened in the real world, that doctor would lose his job so fucking fast.
Yeah.
I'd
what I'm
sit
saying.
here and wonder how worth it would have been.
Because I would be pissed.
I mean, if he was retiring in a week.
Yeah. there
Even
you go.
then, like, don't do that to someone. That's so bad.
Oh my god.
I was told that if we reach 100, I would be what? I would have to read for a minute and 30 seconds.
I don't know what that means. What's re? I don't know what that means.
That's
Oh my god,
just
he doesn't
screeching.
understand what that means. Oh, he drives me up the wall.
It's just screeching. It's just
So
You
a victory
just
screech.
because you're
no.
You know what? If I explained it as a mental yeet, would that make sense?
No. That just raises further questions.
It's so when you read, it's more like you're screeching out of probably frustration more than anything. It's like you get so like caught into whatever is going on that your brain cannot process. So instead, your brain.
Ladies, like,
I
how
am
do you
so fucking confused right now.
Look, Tony
I found it on Urban Dictionary.
Tony, even though he's only like 11 months older than me,
This
he's like
actually
an
explains
old
nothing.
person when it comes to like new shit.
Fucking you damn kids today and your rap music.
Like,
Jesus.
like, like, I had to like explain to him what simp meant.
There's so many reasons, none of them are anywhere close to what I use it for. Damn it.
Yeah, she did have to explain to me what simp meant.
And then I had to do it on the server, though I had to like put it in a way because of the meaning of simp. It is actually like not safe for work, and I couldn't like explain that. I just was like, it just.
Is it like the evolution of white knighting?
I mean, sort of, but it's more like when a person, it doesn't have to be specifically a man, it could be a woman, it could be whoever. Basically, they worship this streamer or whoever to a point where they think that if they donate all their money and all, you know, and stuff like that, that they would give them the time of day. Or like, you know, and sometimes people like give their money out to a point where they're like, haha, I'm gonna be fucking broke. And yeah, so
yeah, don't do that.
yeah, don't ever do that. We made it very clear, donate when you can, but don't donate when you are hurting for money.
Yeah, don't
don't
ever put
understand.
yourself into financial straits to help us. That's no.
Why would that be somebody's goal of going, ha 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 ha, I've spent all my money?
Because it's listen,
Because they think they have a chance. Like they think
well,
that
it's more than that though. I feel like it's also somewhat of a weird flex.
I guess.
Well, is it a flex if you have nothing left?
Yeah, exactly. How do you flex and go, I've got no money? Yeah.
I
think
don't
it's-
like.
I think it's
I don't
correct.
understand that. I don't understand that. Like, I can't even make the joke that it's a man thing. But at the same, but because it's an everybody thing, it's not just men that's doing this. So I don't understand what goes through their fucking brains.
Devin just reminded me of the saddest meme, like TikTok video, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and it just makes me cry every time. But it's just like it's a guy who just realizes that he doesn't have enough money to buy chicken nuggets.
Oh yeah, the fucking no, it's a Vine.
Don't
It's
be
a
that
Vine
guy.
video. I remember that. He goes, I don't have enough money for chicken nuggets. It makes me sad too.
Must have been.
Don't be that guy. You'll make me cry.
Cloud Legends.
No, this was before Cloud Legends, I believe. I believe that Vine video came out before we met that douche. Thank you, Manny, for the subscribbles.
Enjoy your nibbles. Hello, Juan. Thank you for joining us. And also, good morning, Empire. Sorry I didn't get to say that. We were enraptured in the discussion of Ree and Simps. Oh, hey, oh, good. You noticed it.
Noticed what?
She was minimizing, or she was moving around, and she had left a random shading just kind of in the middle of nowhere. But she noticed it before I could say it, so she's on top of it.
See, I've done the same shit before, so... There it is! Yeah.
Why does he look like
Man,
Jax
I think he was
Films?
throwing down
He
cake.
kinda does.
He straight up looks like Jax Films. Juan, everything is good. My right leg is no longer
I
trying.
did. I heard it, and it's not okay.
No.
What did Darkon say?
No,
So what-
the moment is past. Revel in it. Revel in the fact that you do not know. Because I am evil. That's why.
Oh, damn.
But
This is why me and
I
Miki get
never
along
get
so
moments
well.
like this. I'm only 1 hour awake and I'm in Loopy Land. Here we go.
Dude, that's why me and Miki get along so well. Because I'm evil.
Because we all go in on Darkon.
Literally had someone tell me that, like, or not tell me, but they were like, wow, that's really evil, but understandable. And I'm like, look, I am an evil person sometimes.
I consider myself a very chaotic, neutral kind of person most of the time. Like, I don't know. It's like there's only a part of me that's chaotically neutral, and it just comes out every so often. And when it does, it's just like, fuck you.
The only person that's going to simp Vulcas is
Straight up Lisette.
yeah, it's Lisette.
And she's fucking.
She's loaded.
She's loaded. Yeah. Like
she's
straight
gonna
up.
be Vulcas' sugar mama.
Like straight up, this is gonna be like a Vegeta Bulma story right here.
Lisette is Vulcas' sugar mama.
Oh, she absolutely
Oh.
is. She absolutely is.
I love that a lot.
That was actually her entire role and introduction into the story.
Yep.
We
No,
needed
that's
we
quantum
needed
quantum
a backer
roots.
for quantum roots.
I
Yeah.
can't
And then
believe you
eventually
guys
evolved into
invented
her.
simp before it was a thing.
We're ahead of our time. What can I say?
Yeah,
Uh,
we were the originals.
especially since Vulcas doesn't want anything to do.
Yeah, well, no, because quantum roots, they're outside the law. They needed a way to procure funds without drawing attention to themselves. So they needed a benefactor, and so that's where Lisette came in.
Oh, I know that. I know that.
I think it's more for everybody else's benefit,
Yep.
probably.
Yeah, well,
God, you guys are talking about, like, I feel evil today. I feel like right now, I feel like a milk and cereal guy. In that order.
You said milk and cereal?
Yeah, milk and cereal, in that order.
You're a monster. How are we friends?
Does he put the cereal in before the
No, he
milk?
puts the milk in first. Then the cereal.
What is wrong with you? I did not raise you. I did not raise you to be this way. What the fuck?
They could just be like, how does that even work?
That's like pouring a drink and then putting the ice in.
I feel like-
hang on.
You don't do that?
No. That's not unusual, and here's why. If you're an alcoholic and you put the ice in first, it waters your drink down. So anybody who appreciates their booze puts the ice in last.
Well,
man.
no,
If
like,
you're an
I'm talking
alcoholic, you're
about,
gonna get,
like-
cold cubes and not ice.
I'm talking about like
No,
soda.
that's the whiskey cubes are for whiskey.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Do
I'm
not
talking about-
disrespect your drink like that.
I'm talking about, like,
I don't
soda.
Drink, I'm eagerly awaiting when Anthony asked me, at what point, why do you know what those are?
I didn't know you didn't drink.
Sorry, Haley, go ahead. Damn it.
I was basically saying like soda.
Yeah.
Right. So the habit forms from booze-loving people. I bet you more than anything that people who put ice into their drinks last like their booze.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I do that for my booze, yeah.
To be actually honest, I never thought about, oh god, doing it the other way around. That sounds like such a horrible idea.
Well,
but streamer me kicked in and it was just like, I have to go with it. That's the joke.
well, so like for what my mom does, because she really likes drinking wine, but she likes it nice and chilled. Both my mom and stepmom do this. What they do is they get the green grapes and freeze them, and then use those to chill their wine.
That just sounds next fucking level.
Wow.
I mean,
I am going to send that idea to my brother. He and I are like I don't drink beer, but I'm slowly getting into wine, and he's a wine connoisseur. He's
I love wine.
everywhere.
I love
I
wine.
hate wine. I can't drink wine.
But I was raised on wine. I'm fucking Italian.
Yeah, I wasn't. I was raised on hard
So
liquor.
that's why
Okay.
he's such a whiner.
Fuck off!
Wow.
Like,
I will shove this cheese down your throat.
Oh, I need cheese right now. Oh, why are you making me so hungry?
Fuck you, that's why.
I grew up on hard liquor, so like that's just what I like.
That's not really something you're supposed to grow up on.
Interesting.
I just meant because I'm from
illegal
Kentucky.
things
That's
about-
like the hard liquor selection in Kentucky is a lot bigger than the wine selection.
Oh, and you're just reminding me of the freaking like alcohol chocolates, and then we found them.
Dude, there's fucking, apparently there's like,
And then we took one bite and we knew something was wrong immediately.
dude, they make all kinds of different kinds of fucking alcohol chocolates, laxative chocolates, fucking aphrodisiac chocolates.
Alright.
They do, they make all kinds of chocolates.
May or may not have tried one of those. You'll never know which one I've tried.
All
I'm
three
gonna
at the
guess
same
that.
time. All three at the same time.
But it's just like kind of going on to growing up, wine, beer, whatever. I grew up in kind of a both family. My dad, although what I will say is that I will not say that it was classy beer. My dad loved Bud Light, but my mom, she almost as I think as long as I have really kind of been alive, she's worked for a wine company that takes their wine from South America. So I think Chile and Argentina are their primary like places. But so I am very spoiled when it comes to nice wines. Speaking of nice wines, if your mom is a wine person and she likes her wine chilled, there is a wine called Bulletin. It's like a they make a, I think a sparkling Moscato that you're supposed to chill. Because most circumstances, like, you know, you only chill white wines, but, oh my god, it's so good. It's so clean, and I like the idea of freezing green grapes and stuffing them in that.
So good, right? It's a great idea.
I just want some right now.
I like trying all different kinds. Like, I like trying different kinds of, like, so you eat different fruit wines, so not just like grapes, but like strawberries, or I'm also a real fan of, have you ever had oh god, what's it called? Viking blood. It's a type of mead.
Yeah, I like mead a lot.
You do or you do not?
I do.
You
I love mead.
Google Viking blood and order yourself a bottle of that. You will.
Have you ever had cotton candy wine?
There's cotton candy wine?
Yeah.
No, I really wanted to try the blue wine though. I haven't had that yet.
There's in Chattanooga, there is a place that makes and sells cotton candy wine, and it's a very intriguing like kind of wine, because the way that it works is that you breathe in, drink, you have to, there's a method to drinking it. So you breathe in, you take your sip, You let it kind of sit around in your mouth a little bit, and then you swallow it, and then breathe out. And on the breath out is where you taste the cotton candy. And it works, it's real, and it is very good, but
Where can I buy this?
Great for a hangover.
Grape for a hangover?
Great, as in it gives you a horrible hangover. I was being sarcastic. It's not, it's terrible. Like, the hangover is awful because it's so sweet, but the wine is delicious.
Yeah, I'm searching for this shit now. I can't find it anywhere online where, like, I can actually order it.
Cotton candy wine?
Yeah.
Like I said, the place that I know of that sells it's in Chattanooga. And I think they have, like, a monopoly on it, but...
I want me some wine now. Fuck.
Have you, speaking of just kind of, like, fruit kind of liquors and stuff, have you ever had limoncello?
I have not.
Bruh, you are missing out on life. Actually, so one of the things that I wanted to do this weekend was to go out to the liquor store, and so basically you take, most of the time the recipe calls for Everclear, but I'm not the biggest fan of Everclear, and because I love myself, so.
What's that like?
At least I don't hate myself that much. So instead I'm gonna do 100 proof vodka. So you take 100 proof vodka and you buy like a bunch of lemons and you peel the lemons, and you have to make sure that you like are very careful peeling them, that you don't get a lot of the white. And you like soak the vodka with the lemon peels and sugar, and it is the it's an aperitif. No. It's a digestif. Excuse me, not an aperitif. So it comes it comes after the meal, not before. But it is delicious and it'll knock you on your ass. But it's made out of 100 proof vodka and it doesn't even taste like booze.
Huh?
You earlier.
Why you gotta help me like that? What the fuck? Why you gotta out me, piece of shit?
Is chibi booze that doesn't taste like booze?
No.
No, it's something else.
A little more not safe for work.
Oh, she is the booze.
Damn it! You caught on.
But no, I fucking love my booze. I can't. It's funny. I think probably Tony has been drinking alcohol longer than me.
I have, yep.
And I have a more like higher tolerance.
Yeah, but see, she fucking grew up drinking hard liquor. I grew up drinking wine.
I didn't actually start drinking liquor until I was like 20. Okay.
I was on it from the teeth.
She got the hard liquor from the tea.
I mean, I'll just reiterate,
there
that
was
is something you're supposed to grow up on.
There was one time, me and someone who shall not be named, we took this
I've got one of those.
this person's alcohol. It was Wild Turkey, and we took their alcohol while they were passed out drunk at the table, and we were like, we want to try this. So we had just got back from we had gone to this little convenience store down down the street that his stepmom owned and or worked at, and we had gotten a drink like in a big gulp cup, and because we shared almost everything, and so we still had this cup, and I was like, I want to try. So he literally pours a big portion of this Wild Turkey in this big old cup, and then we mixed it with Red Bull. And
Y'all made a fucking mistake that day.
No, I didn't. I drank the whole thing and didn't even have a buzz. So, that was like one. I didn't start actually actively drinking until I was almost 21. Like, because my mom would get like wine coolers or like little 5% vodka, you know, like the fucking 5% alcohol that barely has any alcohol in it, but then like I started buying my own alcohol when I turned 21.
I mean, that's usually how it works.
Well, I mean, like, the thing of it is I used to smoke, and it got to a point where, like, I didn't get carded for buying smokes at 18 to 19. Like, I would go to different places, and some places didn't card me, so, you know, like, I wasn't sure if the establishments with alcohol, nothing but alcohol, would do the same, so I was gonna wait till I was actually 21 to start doing that shit.
Probably smart. It's a lot more serious than the ciggers.
I mean,
Thankfully,
they're both very serious.
Yeah. Well, you know, and actually, Chibi quit for me. I asked her to.
Well, it wasn't like it wasn't that I smoked every day, and like, you know, it wasn't that I don't really have an addictive personality, so I just smoked because of anxiety. It like I was never put on anxiety pills, and even though they knew that I had anxiety, they never put me on any anxiety medication. And so I dealt with anxiety for the longest time just by myself. And then I kind of gave in, like, when I was almost 18, I kind of gave in and grabbed one of person who should not be named, one of his cigarettes, and was like, fuck it, I'm gonna try. And it wasn't like, oh, this is terrible. I was like, oh, I actually like this, but I'm going to, you know, maybe smoke one or two every few days. It wasn't like a big deal, like I was smoking a whole pack in a day, or like in a week. I would have a pack for about a month or so before I bought another one. So like I asked him, I was like, do you care about me smoking?
Does right here,
huh?
does that look weird? Or is that just me? Well, compared to that.
I like... I have no idea.
So, hey Miki, I'm trying to figure something out here. So, the gun holster seems to be going into the gun. I'm a little confused there.
Yeah, I've been thinking about what to do about it.
Okay, so it's alright. Because I was looking at it and I'm like, something I've been looking at it doesn't look right. I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking at here. If you want a better picture of the gun holster type thing, kind of a better close up there, you can use that photo if you need to.
Thanks. Yeah, no, I started smoking when I think I was probably 16, 17, around that area. And, like, it would get to a point where I would find different stores or gas stations that wouldn't card me, and then I would always, like, frequent those. And, I mean, I smoked for a really long time, and I was addicted to them, and it was because I just kind of I let myself live in a bad situation for a very long time, and then I met Devin, and I actually, very similarly, Devin didn't want me smoking either, and so I quit for him too.
That is so funny. I'm sorry. So Lynx in the chat says, I saw on an art forum this morning where someone received a small travel bottle of Sheepdog peanut butter whiskey. The label says it's 70% woof. Or 70 woof. So 70 proof.
Oh, Juan said he tried the Crush Nuts.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking dangerous, dude. It's dangerous. You can't taste the alcohol. You get drunk fast and you don't fucking realize it. Juan tried my recipe, or my drink that I came up with called Crushed Nuts.
You probably didn't come up with it, but...
Nah, fuck you, I'm the progenitor. They can fuck off, I came up with it.
But, yeah, he was like, you know, basically, like, I would like it if you quit, but I'm not going to, like, force you to.
Yeah,
And-
Devin was kind of the same way, pretty
Yeah,
much.
so I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I'll just, you know, this habit, I picked up this little thing because, you know, my, you know, previous person I was with, smoked. And, you know, at that point in time, you know, me and that person, you know, we had been broken up for, you know, almost 2 years. And I was doing everything to try to get this person out of my life, like, completely. I, like, cut all my hair off. I had, like, really short hair at the time. And, I, you know, told him to go fuck himself. And, you know, I was finally taking that step to, like, just completely cut him out of my life. And I was like, you know what? I will quit. It's not a big deal. I have gone like 5 to 6 months without smoking a cigarette. So you know what? Fuck it. I will literally quit right now. And so I basically took my cigarettes and I think I gave it to. I was just like, here. You don't have to go buy you some smokes. These are brand new. Have them. Because I'm just like, I'm not the type of person that's gonna tell someone you should quit smoking, you know, and stuff like that. That's, you know, that's their own thing. If they want to continue to do it, you know, whatever. So I gave it to her, and I was like, here, this is completely full. I think I've only had one out of it. Take it. And I had picked up a few, like, because of my anxiety and dealing with stress. But it was only like half of one, and it was only during that stressful situation. But I never came home and smoked around him or anything like that, and I don't think I've done that in the past like 6 years. So it's been a hot minute since I've actually like had one. So
E.
I got a lot of fucking editing to do today. Once this is done, I can download both streams and start putting them together.
Yeah, I've got the fun task this weekend. I have to move everything off of my walls and out of my lower cabinets and make sure that, like, they have enough space around all of the walls to be able to treat my apartment for brown recluses.
ew. Oh. Sorry.
No, you're fine. We keep finding them, and it's like they keep popping up every couple of days where we'll find one, and it's driving me crazy. And I have a very suspicious looking bite on my side, and granted, it would not be the first time that I have been bitten by a brown recluse. And for those of you who do not know, brown recluse bites are actually very rare, that they go into that like major hypernecrosis state where they rot away the skin, like what you can sometimes see when you Google the bites, which if you don't know what I'm talking about, I very highly recommend that you do not do that, because they are pretty grotesque.
It's disgusting. It really is. It's terrifying.
Yeah, but it's actually a very uncommon reaction, which a lot of people don't necessarily realize. But mine, I won't go into details, but needless to say, they don't particularly have the worst kind of reaction for me. They suck, but it's whatever. But I'm fucking tired of it. We have 2 cats and our sugar gliders, and if either of them got bit, they would die. Like, there's no question there. So this is the 3rd time we've complained to our apartment complex about brown recluses becoming a recurring problem in our apartment. So I'm about fucking done with it. So this is the 2nd time we'll have to be having our apartment treated.
Yeah,
so I get to spend my weekend doing that.
Like, we actually had, we had the exterminator,
here a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, they came, like, we switched exterminators because apparently this one, they do a lot more for cheaper. And so we switched to these people, and they like took care of all like the spider webs outside and shit. And I'm just like, I'm so terrified. I'm like, oh god, they're gonna start moving in here now that their fucking homes are gone. I'm like, oh god, no. I would rather them stay outside than come in here.
I mean, so, knock on wood, but I have yet to see a spider in the house.
No, I have.
You have? Oh.
Me, Allison, and Miranda all, like, in that guest bathroom, and upstairs in the, the bathroom down here, and then the guest bathroom upstairs. And I think I've seen some in our bathroom, too. Makes me want to puke.
Yeah, needless to say, I'm not looking forwards to it. It's really, like, it kind of sucks that I'm having to go through this extra effort of, you know, moving everything, all of my physical possessions into the centers of the room. I had to, like, last minute call off of work on Monday to that, because we can't be here when the treatment starts. And like, I found a hole in my, like, in the wall of my office, between the floorboards and the floor, like, or the floorboards and the molding at the bottom of the wall, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like a little, like, hole, a little gap that goes into the wall that, it's just like, there's just like all these little things, and like around, so I had to seal my own window because around the window there were all of these cracks and gaps that I thought that's where they were getting in from, but sure as fuck they just kept coming, even though I sealed those places. So now I'm just wondering to myself, like, how many other little holes in my apartment are there that they could potentially be coming in from the walls?
They could be coming from the vents.
Well, they're supposed to treat those too, but the thing that is incriminating to the hole in the wall for me is that 2 days ago, which is when I lost my shit and called my apartment complex and basically, I'm really upset about it because I called them to complain that we were getting a lot of brown recluses again this year once summer started picking up about a month and a half ago. And at that point in time, because of the whole you-know-what situation going on, they wouldn't come into people's apartments and treat the apartments because safety. And so instead, they came in and because, like, brown recluses are very specific. You can't just spray, like, for brown recluses and then, oh, and suddenly, you know, that's all you have to do. That's not how it works.
Yeah.
You have to, like, actually do a very special particle treatment because brown recluses don't bathe the same way as normal spiders do, so they don't get the poison and they don't ingest it and they don't die. So you have to, like, that's why if you are looking for an exterminator or anything like that, you need to pay very close attention to whether or not they offer that service, because it's not normal. So I brought it up to them, you know, that it was a problem, and they came in and they just did the regular spray because they couldn't come in to, like, invasively treat the apartment, which makes no fucking sense to me because it was no goddamn different, but whatever. And then what floors me about this whole experience, even beyond that, is that they didn't, like, put us on a list to when they were able to come into the apartments again. Like, they should have, like, had enough knowledge to go, we need to go treat that apartment. She's proved that there are brown recluses in this home. No, instead they just kind of fucking left us. And so I called up to them a couple of days ago because I was thinking, like, this whole time they're still not treating apartments, and I wanted to complain because I'm done. I have a bite on my side, my animals are in danger, and we keep finding them every other day or so. And it turns out they are full-blown treating again, and they didn't say anything to us. They didn't put us on any kind of schedule. And the worst part is that I have proven now many times that I know what the fuck a brown recluse looks like, and yet they still have to come into the complex and prove what it is. They have to inspect it to make sure it really is a brown recluse. I literally, they're so identifiable.
Yeah.
Like, how can you not know what that looks like? I sent them a picture and I was like, I have unfortunately had to get very good at identifying these. Enough so that I could tell you that this is a female brown recluse. Come treat my fucking apartment.
Fuck. Do it. Treat her apartment. Treat it right.
It's just... okay, I'll bring myself back, but...
She's me. Miki's just me. when
I'm
I get
a
so
nice
passionate
person.
and upset about something, I'm just like, ah!
Like, I am a nice person. I would like to consider myself to be a fairly decent human being, right? Okay, you know? You shut up. You shut up. No, I heard you. In your brain.
In your brain.
Anyways, I would like to consider myself to be a very nice person, but this is the kind of thing that if either of my pets get injured because of this ongoing bullshit, I will fucking lose my mind.
Yeah. I would be the same. Like, if there was anything that could be harmful to the cats, or even to my ball python, I would be like, get the fuck over here right now and take care of this, because
I'm already to a point where if I do end up having to go to the doctor because of the bite on my side, like we are monitoring it closely and being cautious. But if I do, I want to send them the fucking bill.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
The last time that this bullshit happened, I walked up to their office and left one of the brown recluses in a plastic bag at their office because I'm so fucking done with this shit. Like...
That's a good one.
What's a good one?
Putting the spider in their office. That's great.
I mean, I just, like... I just... So I told them that they need, like... I feel like I just... read my strongly worded email, because I was nice to the lady. Like, I really was. I told her, I hope that you do not think I'm being a pain, or hope that you do not think I'm being unreasonable. So it's like, I'm trying to still be the nice person while I'm like, please fucking fix this. But, let's see. Oh, so I attached a photo of the brown recluse, and I said, per our call today, I have attached the image of the brown recluse we caught yesterday. We see these spiders at least once every few days. Needless to say, I have gotten, unfortunately, quite good at identifying them by the little violet on their back, so much so that I can tell you this is a female. Yep. Suffer.
Yeah.
But,
Sounds like the...
Juan would like to know, Miki, Chibi, what is the best breakfast?
Oh, best breakfast? Wait, are we talking, like, from a restaurant, or are we talking, like... Oh, wait a minute. I didn't get to finish my strongly worded email.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought that was done.
Yes, because you're a terrible person. Interrupting people's rude.
Wait,
It's
what's
rude.
that?
It's
I
rude.
don't see that. Oh, okay.
I can't tell if she's talking to me or Devin.
It's rude. Anyways.
Were you
no,
talking
I
to
was
me or
talking
Devin
to somebody
there?
else.
Okay, you were talking to someone else, okay.
Yeah. No, so the bottom line, when I got really sassy, was right after that. I would say I would really like to ask that they take a good, long, hard look at any potential entry points, as this has become a recurring and serious problem for us. Please do all that you can to make sure that they will be ready to treat on Monday, as we will need to make arrangements for ourselves and our pets. Kind regards, Mickey.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, this is...
You just end it with the kind regards, and you can get away with saying some nasty shit.
Yeah, no, I've done things similar, just, you know, from, like, being a mod on the server, and, you know, I've had some people, you know, really, like, just, you know, just being nasty. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm not gonna be nasty back, per se. I'm just going to kill them with kindness.
Just kind of like go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah,
my
I just be like, well,
mentality.
this is the rules, stuff like that, and, you know, have a nice day.
I was partially to blame for starting that as the method for dealing with the worst jerks. There was when we just started out the server.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry, I know I just said interrupting is really rude, but we did tangent off and away from Juan's question about what is best breakfast.
Oh no, yeah, do that, right? Yeah.
I didn't want us to
We're off
off
topic.
track.
We're off topic. What is best breakfast?
It honestly depends on in what regard you're asking.
He said
if
both.
We're talking like restaurant, I would probably have to say McDonald's Egg McMuffin is best breakfast. I absolutely love McDonald's. If we are talking just like breakfast items in general, I think eggs are my favorite breakfast food. You shut up and stop. Don't talk about the way I say eggs.
Regular breakfast, not from a fancy diner.
Yeah, regular breakfast eggs are my favorite dish because they're so versatile. You can make so many different versions of eggs. It's not even funny. Eggs.
So
I'll say it all damn day long.
Best breakfast, anything that I feel like having. That's the best breakfast. Like,
Chibi's not picky.
I'm not.
She's just happy to have food.
Yeah, like I'll have whatever I want for breakfast. Like if I'm gonna, I wanted to have I wanted to wake up and be up a little earlier. I would have had that carrot cake for breakfast with my coffee. Like it's whatever I'm feeling.
Speaking of, I will be right back.
I was gonna say, but yes, now I am ready for the off topic, the other topic tangent.
I guess no one cares about old Darkon's breakfast.
Wait, what now? I didn't
Oh,
hear.
wait, no, it was just you and Miki, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry, we do care, but I was, you know, just wasn't.
Unfortunately, I have inherited my father's metabolism, and breakfast is the most painful meal ever. If I eat breakfast, I hope that I don't have to go do anything within the next hour or so, because I need to immediately sit on this toilet. For whatever reason, eating immediately in the morning fundamentally disagrees with me.
Yeah, it doesn't.
And my father's the same way.
It doesn't necessarily agree with me either, not in that sense, but it doesn't agree with me because. Hold on a minute. Because I don't normally eat breakfast, so if I try to force myself to eat something in the morning, I feel like I'm going to be sick. Like I'm gonna. So if I have any breakfast, quote unquote, it's usually in the afternoon where I don't feel like I'm going to throw my guts up. So.
Also, Darkon. Or rather, Empire. Thank you for the question. He wants to know where the name Quantum Roots came from. I'm gonna step away for a moment, and when I get back, Darkon and I will answer that question.
Yes.
Okay.
Alternatively, in the meantime, we can hear about the tangent topic.
Which I forgot what it was.
It was pertaining some things to do with angry written emails.
Fuck.
Right. So when we first started the Discord, we were all really new on how to handle certain situations. A lot of people knew that. A lot of people would probably just join the Discord going, "Ooh, new Discord. Ooh, people not knowing how to handle awkwardness. I'm going to go onto this server and just intentionally be a shit."
Wow.
And then very slowly people would come to me because I would write the most professional, polite, get the hell off my servers ever.
Nice.
And then that eventually evolved into the not always as malicious style that we do now. It was the idea on we don't need to be mean back. We can be kind, courteous, and or professional as we need to be and still make the point. And that was the end of the contribution to the rant.
Nice. I find myself very much because so one of the primary forms of communication that I have at my office is over email. We work with our business partners and business colleagues specifically and very heavily over email. So when it has come down to like any kind of email, text format, anything like that, I got it. I'm very, very much so good at being very articulate about emails. I think I've gone into this story before about how important semantics are for my particular job. Semantics, you foreign fuck.
Wow, I came back to that.
What did I miss? What just happened? What just happened?
So my best friend Dennis is here hanging out at our apartment. And,
Oh, is that who's been giving you shit?
Huh?
Is that who's been giving you shit?
Yes, that's who's been giving me shit. As a true best friend would.
Yeah.
He is. Do you mind if I say it? No? Okay. So he is foreign. He's Bosnian, but you wouldn't know it by talking to him because he's been here most of his life. But whenever I say the word semantics, which is like I use a strangely large amount of times, he will look at me and he does not want to say it right, so instead he just goes, cement? You mean cement? Fucker? So when you came back, I was yelling at him because he was making fun of me for saying semantics, so I called him a foreign fuck. Because that's the appropriate response.
Yeah, definitely come back to that. And,
So,
Realistically speaking, I love him to death. Yeah. Take the compliment.
I'm pretty
Wow.
sure there are people that say the same about me because I give my friends shit too, but it's out of love and
yep.
like I love them to a point where like if I don't give you shit, I
don't like you.
you know like
So piss off, you dick.
like I only give the ones I love the most shit. Like that's just how it be. Like I love you so much that I'm comfortable enough to be myself, which is giving you shit.
Yeah.
So, like I'm pretty sure my friend, she like, cause if she does something wrong, I'm gonna let her know you did something fucking wrong. You need to
dingus.
You need to fucking just not do that, please. I will call her out on her bullshit and give her as much shit as possible.
Yeah. But so back to Empire's question. Now that I have preheated the oven, making some pizzas. So Darkon, do you wanna talk about, kind of start us off where Quantum Roots came from?
The name.
The name specific. Yes, thank you. The name.
You say it as if there was like some super grand mega revelation backstory to it. It's just two interesting parts that combine together to be a little cutesy. So the first thing, quantum, is obviously from quantum mechanics, which is in real life basically the real life equivalent of the background events that make life work.
Yep.
They're the things you don't see, the yes nos that happen in like the real life terms and not the computer terms. The thing, and so that also goes with you don't kind of even think about it. It's just there doing its thing, influencing the world around you without you really knowing that's what it's doing, but it is. So the organization that we were going to have the primary characters be in needed to be hidden stealth based. So we thought, hey, Quantum's basically that if you think about it. As for Roots, the primary thing that they're fighting for is quite simply to put things back to normal. So we were thinking, all right, what could represent normal? What could going back be? And we went around with things like time based or like time travel. But then we eventually said, well, it's like going back to the like root of the problem. Yeah, going back to our roots. And then at that point, it was just which one of these things that we came up with sound cool together. And then eventually Quantum Roots won out.
Yep. And so that's because there are so actually in that same vein, so we have three major quote unquote factions that are going to be kind of the centerpiece of the story. So we have the world government, or that is a good looking watch.
Yeah, we have the thing that every government in the world commissions out, I think would be the closest term I can think of on short notice.
Yeah.
Luna. And that is both just a funny acronym and also a calling to something that happened in the story in history. I don't remember what Luna stood for off the top of my head.
Fuck.
Something logistics, some or other.
Unified Nation Alliance, something around that. Anyway,
the GLF is good though.
So then we have the GLF, which is incorrectly labeled as a terrorist organization to the general public.
This is quite blatantly the international version of a civil war.
Yep. They're effectively a militia. They are a revolutionary army. Their stance on it is everything needs to be torn down and built from the ground up. Because it's all bad to the core. And so they're like, nope, it's just fixing a few things isn't enough. We're gonna destroy it all. We're gonna build it back in our own image.
So the Fire Nation attacked.
Yeah, they're effectively the Fire Nation, but with
they're the Fire Nation Civil War edition.
Yeah. Whereas
global civil war.
Yeah, whereas Quantum Roots is things are fucked and we do need to fix stuff, but not everything is fucked. In fact, we're significantly better off when compared to where we were. There's just certain things, there's just certain human rights that are not okay that we have lost, and we're working to get those back.
Yeah. And so depending on where you put this, neither of them properly fit under the category terrorism, because GLF isn't planning on getting you to give them their demands through fear. They're planning on physically taking over. That's an army, not a terrorist.
Yep.
As for Quantum Roots, again, they're a little bit closer, but their terror operations are more covered for their more discrete goals.
And they very frequently will scapegoat if they do have to do things a little more actively and in the public's eye. They will very frequently scapegoat the GLF. Because fuck them. They're assholes. I mean, every group, truth be told, is kind of an asshole in their own way. When you get right down to it. And so, yeah, they try to do things from the shadows and stay under the radar. And Juan, okay, Tony and Darkon, best breakfast, even though Darkon sounds like his is spent
in the bathroom.
I don't know. I love breakfast. It doesn't sit well in the stomach.
It does not love you.
God, that's a tough one. I think steak and eggs. Steak and eggs, my favorite, with some pancakes on the side.
I'm an extreme omnivore. If it's not licorice or gummy bears,
I
I
made that.
love it. I don't know if I
It's
can
been a
think of
while. It's
something
been a
that would
very
be
long
faster.
time.
I prioritize variety over having just like the one thing.
Yeah, agreed.
But I can handle ruts and I can also handle change. I just can't handle breakfast.
Yeah, I can't handle breakfast either when it comes to... I don't know, I guess it's just because, like, I grew up the way that I did, not really having much, like, especially in the food department. And, like, the only times that I ever actually ate, like, breakfast was when I was, like, either at my mama's or my granny's. And so, like, I grew up not really eating breakfast unless I was, like, at school. Like, when I started actually eating breakfast at school, because I took medication that required me to eat something, but I would just eat Pop-Tarts. Like, that's all I would eat because, I mean, it's not, like, a filling thing. And, so I guess it's just, you know, a thing that's stuck with me, you know, and probably will be with me for, like, the rest of my life, is just not really eating breakfast, because if I try, like I said, if I try to, then I, like, start feeling sick to my stomach. And so, like, I normally eat, like, breakfast items, like, in the afternoon.
You know, it's...
Like, how many times have we had, like, eggs and stuff for dinner? Like,
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I loved having breakfast for dinner when I was a kid growing up. My favorite thing was chocolate chip pancakes when I was growing up.
That's not dinner.
Yeah, it was dinner breakfast. Dinner and breakfast, all rolled into a nice one neat package.
I mean, it's definitely nice.
Right?
Like, I mean, like I said, I'm used to that, so to me, that's not
Damn, that looks so fucking good. Like, when you were zoomed in, I'm like, I have no idea what she's doing. Zoomed out, I'm like, fuck, that looks great.
She's doing the you know, extra, like, showing off his muscles and
He's fucking jacked.
and hot. Man.
Magic.
It is magic, yep.
Oh, I don't think she's making him more ripped. I think she's just making
She's
him...
accentuating.
She's just insinuating how ripped he actually is.
Well, plus he's
the ripped part is already there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anybody had questions about that.
Fucking, and you got Lisette in the background, just fucking, she sees him and she goes sploosh.
The best way to eat a Pop-Tart, putting it in the round metal thing that you put bread in.
Toaster. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, she... Pinky says that and she goes, oh, right.
That's the way, that's the warm Pop-Tarts. Best way to eat them. I
think we have Pop-Tarts, don't we?
They're your Pop-Tarts. They're the ones that you got for yourself.
You can have them.
I don't like them.
Oh, okay.
Well, damn.
You touched them, therefore I don't care.
No, they're not the kind that I like eating.
Yeah, I think they're the chocolate Pop-Tarts. She doesn't...
Oh, okay.
I can't
Oh my
eat those.
god, you and Devin are the same. I don't like those kinds of Pop-Tarts.
I like all kinds of Pop-Tarts.
I can't eat them. Like,
I only like the fruity ones.
Yeah, fruity ones are great too. I love all, like, you will be hard... The only kind of Pop-Tarts I don't like are blueberry Pop-Tarts.
oh man, I can't eat the strawberry Pop-Tarts anymore. I literally grew up on those to a point where, like, I just smelled them and I'm like,
Ugh.
ugh. Those are my mom's favorite. I'm just like, Mom, please stop buying just these Pop-Tarts. Buy something else, please. See, my favorite is either the cinnamon or the s'mores. See, those are the ones that I like eating, like that I can actually eat and they don't hurt my overly sensitive teeth. Like, I don't have to be like, sugar and My teeth! Ah!
There's only one way to eat a Pop-Tart for me. And that is following the absolute ludicrous instructions on the box. Have you ever read them?
No.
They are the most idiot-proof, insane, hilarious thing I have ever read in my entire life. It takes you through the amount of steps you would expect for an actual infant to do these. It's open the box, take the package out of the box, open the package wrapper, take the Pop-Tart out of the package wrapper. It's actually that specific. But then the almighty kicker, microwave on high for 3 seconds.
Who the fuck microwaves their Pop-Tarts? What the fuck?
Microwave the Pop-Tart for 3 seconds.
If you microwave your Pop-Tart, you're a psychopath.
3
Straight
seconds
up.
isn't even enough for the microwave to turn on.
Apparently this is acceptable to people outside of the U.S. because my foreign friend just said it's fine too. Have you ever tried Doritos and ketchup?
I'm sorry, what?
Have you ever tried Doritos and ketchup? They taste like French fries.
They do.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, Lay's.
They
I have
do.
Doritos. It's Lay's.
It does taste like French fries.
It tastes like French fries.
Look,
Yes.
that is not as
Oh,
weird.
did you look up the Brian Regan improv?
What, Devin? Oh yeah, well duh.
It's probably not as weird as the things that I eat. Like, I eat some weird mixture of things.
All I'm saying is that if you've never had chips and ketchup, then you cannot knock it. It literally just tastes like French fries.
Like, one of my friends said that I needed to be euthanized because I like ketchup with my mac and cheese.
That is kind of weird.
No, it's not! It's delicious! I also eat it with salsa as well.
But so we actually have ketchup chips right now. Can I have
the
one?
ketchup chips?
Oh yeah, sorry. It's just so
God.
cute.
Are we streaming the Pop-Tart thing?
Thanks, honey. Yeah, they're the hers ketchup flavored potato chips. So
Ooh.
like Devin actually bought like 40, I think it was like 44 bags worth, 42 bags worth off of Amazon? Was it Amazon? Amazon. And they're pretty good. They're pretty good.
Why would you put Pop-Tarts
I
in the
would not be
freezer?
ashamed.
Who-
Or to have one either.
Who
I wouldn't be ashamed to have a drink.
Who puts Pop-Tarts in the freezer? What the fuck?
That's a little also weird.
Apparently that's the instructions on the thing that, for Jared's Pop-Tarts. I got that too. It says microwave for 3 seconds.
It says 3 seconds.
Toast
What
toast for 3 minutes or freeze it for 3
What?
hours. Excuse me, what?
Toast it for 3 minutes or microwave it for 3 seconds. I think you're going to get a different Pop-Tart.
Look. I'm not hung up on that. I'm hung up on the fact that people are putting Pop-Tarts in the fucking freezer. What the fuck?
Yeah, it just sounds unpleasant.
Why would you want to eat a frozen Pop-Tart?
Yeah, it just sounds really unpleasant.
What?
Sounds like a bad time.
What microwave does anything in 3 seconds that actually does anything? What is your microwave? Oh.
I feel like we've learned so much about each other in the past few minutes.
I mean,
All right, so actually, you know what? All right, so what is? All right, everyone's kind of got that flavor combination that is they know is weird, but they still enjoy it. So, what would that be for you, Miki?
God.
I mean, I kind of have to think it would be the ketchup on. I don't know. I think I'm pretty normal. Actually, never never mind. The only person who would probably notice something really weird about, like, food-wise that I do would be Devin. Devin, I have a question for you. What is something that I eat that's weird?
Yeah, that's a hard question to ask because, like, we're not gonna think it's weird.
Oh, I already know which one is weird.
Hey, you're gonna have to come here for me to hear you. Yeah, but we already talked about that one. Something else. What's something weird that I eat? Like a weird combination. I don't. Yeah, I couldn't really think of anything either. That's not true. I'm just normal. Like I don't have weird cravings. Now I bet whenever I am a pregnant lady, I will probably have really fucking weird cravings. But yeah, I guess I'm pretty normal when it comes to like foodstuffs. I don't do anything like super crazy. So I guess I would have to say that the ketchup and the chips thing would be the weirdest thing that I've done.
Mine is the pizza pockets.
You
and
mean the fucking no.
the pizza
Jesus.
pockets with chocolate syrup.
He's talking about pizza rolls.
Pizza rolls, whatever.
He eats pizza rolls with chocolate
I
syrup.
dip them in the chocolate syrup. It tastes good. It tastes good. I don't know. It's a weird flavor combination, but I like it.
Every time he makes it, I smell it, and I'm like literally on the verge of getting sick. I'm just like, like just thinking about it makes me like gag.
Oh, Jared would probably know the stuff that I'm talking about. God, there's this like Australian jam or something that sounds like, oh God, what is the name of it? What, honey? Oh, Vegemite.
Vegemite?
Yes.
Oh god.
Oh, gross.
Apparently
Any
it's
of
good
you
with
ever
bread.
had Vegemite? I guess from those reactions, I would assume yes.
We know how disgusting it is by itself.
Yeah.
I know you're worried that I'm about to sit here and say I like it. I don't.
Okay.
It is not good, but that is probably the weirdest flavor profile of something I have ever tried. Vegemite is just like a really strange flavor all on its own.
Of course, Jared would like it.
Apparently you're supposed to eat it with like bread.
Right,
Like
yeah,
a
no, you don't
Vegemite
eat it by
sandwich?
yourself. Even
Well, it's
on
kinda like putting,
bread,
like, peanut
it
butter
does
or,
not
like,
taste right.
Butter on top of like
Hmm.
bread and then eating it. So like apparently it tastes good that way.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Whoever said that's a liar.
Jared,
They're a
and he's
liar,
from Australia,
liar,
so.
And their pants are on fire. So we ate it the proper way that you're supposed to, which is, you put it on bread, and it was still foul.
Vegemite and cheese. I wonder
Did he, like, Laserbeam hates Vegemite? That's funny. I don't know if you guys know of Laserbeam. He's a YouTube streamer that's from Australia.
No, I do not know who that is.
Dennis absolutely loves the guy. He's pretty funny, but apparently he also too dislikes the Vegemites. But yeah, that's the weirdest flavor thing I think I've ever had that I can think of.
Well,
Huh?
Like
I bet you would be the kind of person who'd like it. You've like weird
have,
things.
I already mentioned the mac and cheese. I've been told that I'm
You like
weird
stuff.
for eating eggs with ketchup as well. Like, my sister actually asked me if I was pregnant. Like,
Now, you mean scrambled eggs or just eggs in general?
eggs in general.
Okay, see, because like I've had ketchup with scrambled eggs and like hash browns. That's a good combination. I like that.
No,
but eggs in general, like where the yolk is intact, no, thank you.
Yeah, no, I would make egg sandwiches with ketchup in it. Like,
I still don't know if I can accept that. I'm still kind of not really sure how I feel about that flavor profile.
and then
Eggs and ketchup.
Eggs with the hamburger.
I also like French
Yeah,
fries
but
with
usually
ice
it's like
cream,
barbecue
which a lot of
sauce or
people are
something like
Dude,
that.
French fries and bacon with fucking shakes are amazing.
Oh yeah, no, bacon with ice cream as well is
Oh, so good.
It's really good.
Okay, you guys jogged my memory a little bit. Maybe something that I guess could be counted as a weird combination that I do like is Wendy's fries dipped in a specifically must be a chocolate shake.
Oh yeah.
Milkshake.
So weird.
There's a place in Iowa called Zombie Burger.
Yeah.
And it's an Iowa only place. And they have this one burger that I love
Oh,
called,
the undead
you're
called
not
the
eating
Undead
them
Elvis. It
like
is
you're eating
so
them together.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, you dip the fries in the
Whatever. All right, Bucker. Jeez.
So Miki, there's this place in Iowa called Zombie Burger.
and the frosting. That's weird.
I think she's still.
Yeah,
talking to
yeah,
them.
I'll wait.
I'm trying.
You're trying so hard and you're failing.
No, I'm trying to listen to them. But yes, I am also failing. So fuck you.
Anyway, you good, Miki?
Yes.
Okay. So there's this place in Iowa called Zombie Burger. It's an Iowa franchise. It's so freaking good.
It's good.
It's
greasy as shit.
Oh yeah,
but it's-
greasy as stuff. Like it's like a once or twice a year outing because you're just gonna be like, oh my god, it's so good.
The only reason
But it just
why,
fucks with you.
The only reason why I would go back, like a week later, is not for the food, but for their shakes.
Yeah,
Like,
fucking Zombie Burger, sponsor us.
Please put a place here in Indiana because
Yeah.
I miss the shakes. I miss that.
So they had this burger called the Undead Elvis. So on this thing is, as you would expect, burger, whether it
The
be a double,
patty.
the burger patty, a double, a single, or a triple, depending on how hungry you are. Peanut butter, fried bananas, bacon, American cheese, a fried egg, and mayo. It is so fucking good.
It's good, but once you get done eating it, you're like, I hate myself.
It's so good. Oh, hey, Cody's in the chat. Hey, Cody.
Cody.
Thanks for joining us, bud.
I wanted to
So
try to find.
Well, hold
I
on, I was
actually
reading
don't
chat.
like burgers
Give me
a lot. There is a very very specific and very personal reason I don't like burgers much, but I just can't. I can still eat like really good like gourmet burgers like that are not just like your average fast food or average burgers, but even though that is the case, I don't eat burgers very often. So I while admittedly will say that like your burger sounds very interesting, I probably wouldn't like it.
Peanut butter is such an underrated ingredient in food. Like it adds such a subtle flavor. It's so good. I love it. And then the fried bananas, just complement is just complemented so well. Like I can't. God, man, fucking. There's no hoo-hots near me, and I can't go to fucking Zombie Burger. Like,
See, my favorite shake was the Crunch Berry, which is vanilla ice cream with crunch berries. And I also like the Cinnamon Toast Crunch as well.
Yeah, fucking zombie unicorn. Vanilla ice cream, marshmallow cream, and fruity pebbles.
Yeah, that was my other. I liked that one too. But then there was a drink. There was one specific drink, and trying to find
It
it.
was probably the cocktails, wasn't it?
Maybe. Hold on a second.
Maybe seasonal?
I'm not seeing it.
Huh.
It was the Tallahassee.
No, that's a shake.
No, I just checked. It wasn't in the shakes. It was alcoholic though.
Yeah, it was an alcoholic shake. It was, I very specifically remember it was the Tallahassee. I do remember that.
Well, it's not on their list. So, but it was called the Tallahassee, and it was a Twinkie with, like, I think it was like
Yeah,
a
it's-
strawberry shake with Twinkies in it. And it was alcoholic. I can't remember what the alcohol they had in it, but oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah, it's not on their menu
No,
anymore.
they got rid of the Tallahassee. Fuck them.
Like, dude,
You're the
one of
guy
my favorite
from
places to
Zombieland
go.
screaming.
I don't know if any of you have been to Hoo Ha, but it's like this Mongolian grill buffet type style thing, where like, it's you go up, you get your bowl, you pick your noodle, your meat, your vegetables, and your seasoning, and
Oh my god! Now I want to go to Genghis Grill.
oh.
Ah!
Speaking of food, ours just finished. I'll be right back.
So Genghis Grill is basically our version of what Tony was explaining, and ever since the you know what, that is a kind of place that I don't think has been serving. I'm so sad
So now
now.
here you guys are all crazy and hungry, and here I am just going, my stomach hates my life right now.
See, the thing is, like, I'm not hungry at this moment because I've already eaten today. Like, I mean, not today. I eat more than once a day. Like, that's not what I meant to make it sound like. But I just ate before the stream, is what I should have said. So, not hunger. But I still, like, my body still wants the flavor.
Oh, yeah. There's another
What
place
is that
that's
word?
only in Iowa, and it's, what is that burrito? Huh? No, that burrito place. the burrito place that you worked at.
Oh, Puncheros.
Yeah, Puncheros. There's no Puncheros here. Their fucking burritos are amazing. Plus, Crunch Gwitch is no longer a thing.
Oh, that's right.
They closed because apparently the guy that owned it, like, got arrested for, like, domestic violence or something like that, but...
Great!
Damn! Like, it was basically, like, American-style ramen, but it was so fucking good. Like, they had other things, too. Like, they had some vegan, gluten-free stuff.
Everything on the menu at least once.
But my favorite was to get because they didn't have pork, they had the chicken ramen.
Uh-huh.
And oh my god, that was literally the only thing I got when we went there, and it was fucking amazing. And then before we moved, because we were planning on going before we left, but before we moved, it just shut down. Like, they put a thing on Facebook being like, we're no longer in service, stuff like that. And from what I understand, the guy that owned it, like, something about domestic violence or something like that. And I was like, what the fuck? No! Like, I was really looking forward to go before we left. Like, I was so upset. Like, but, fuck that guy. Like, just straight up, fuck that guy. Yeah, for being a fucking piece of shit. Like,
Yeah, Zelda, you said it. Whenever I don't pay enough attention to Zelda, she finds it upon herself to come and announce herself in my office to let me know that I have not paid enough attention to her.
sounds
And
like
that's what
Wishy and
she's just
Yuki.
done.
Thanks, Spicer, for the subscribbles.
Huh?
Oh, we got
Even
another
though
sub.
she's still here. Yes. Oh, yes. I love on the kitty. I love the kitty.
See,
Oh,
Leafy and Yuki do the same thing, except, like, Leafy just does it for no reason. It's just random. Like, we give her attention, and then she walks away for, like, 2 steps, and then turns back around and starts, meowing her head off, and we're like, what's wrong? We just gave you attention, and you seem satisfied. Now you're back, and you didn't even walk out the room. What the...
So Zelda will get lost in our bedroom.
Oh.
So we'll be out in the living room. We're just sitting watching TV, and suddenly she's I'm pretty sure we're all quite familiar with the sound a cat makes when they're searching for something. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That kind of meow. So we'll just suddenly start hearing that come from our bedroom because Zelda has chosen to get lost in there. She can't find us. And I'll literally sit there in the living room and be like, Zelda, we're in here. Come to this room.
That sounds like Yuki. Yuki
And
does
I have
this-
to go pull her out of the bedroom because she can't fucking figure it out that we're not in the bedroom. And
Yeah,
it's just
that's
sometimes
Yuki.
I wonder if she's a special cat.
Yuki does the same thing, except he'll come into my room, like my office cosplay room upstairs, and I'll pet him, and then he'll leave, and then you hear that meow, meow. Where are you? I can't find you, and I'm like, I didn't go nowhere. I'm still at the same place that you saw me last, like 2 seconds ago. Why are you searching for me? Come here. He'll do that about 5 times. He'll do that about 5 times. He'll come in, I'll pet him, he'll leave, start crying for me, and I'm like, Yuki, please stop. What is Casper?
Yeah, cats are special.
And then we have our oldest. I'm convinced he's immortal at this point.
He is like a furry Buddha.
Seriously. But who doesn't clean his fucking paws? You dick.
He's getting old, he's getting lazy, like, I guess we'll just have to clean his paws in the sink, like, almost every day.
Until he relearns to do it.
Relearns.
Or stops being a lazy shit.
I was about to say, I think I'd be convinced at this point that he doesn't fucking care.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. He only cares when you pick him up, take him to the sink, and then you start washing his paws. That's the only time he cares.
Yeah, you walk away, you little bastard. What's funny though is because we have hardwood floors, right? And so he's got some corns or hardened spots on his paws. Again, very old cat. And so when he's walking around, like it sounds like he's wearing high heels.
Yeah, no, it's pretty funny.
Jesus. That's cute.
You know when he's coming. Like, there's no him being sneaky.
Yeah, he's the only one of our cats who doesn't need a bell around his neck. We always know where he's at.
I mean, I took all their collars off because they were kind of like, even though they were pretty loose, they were still making like indents in their fur, so I took them off. Though Yuki needs it. Yuki needs it all the time, and then Leafy needs it at night because she is the night.
Mhm.
She is the thing that goes bump in the night, and you ends up.
She makes things go bump in the night. You mean knocking shit off the counters?
But it's more so like she walks in front of you and you don't know it.
That is true.
Or like, if I come walking out of my room and she's in front of the door, I'll open the door and it's dark in the hallway, and I don't know she's there.
All right. Vulcas looks fantastic.
He's hot as fuck.
All right, guys. Well, hey, we managed to make this stream last about an hour, a little over an hour and a half.
We did?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dennis, you were right. It is about an hour and a half.
That's crazy.
Oh.
Huh. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us for part 2 of Vulcas. I'm
Brain farting. On
yeah, I'm
his
brain
last
farting
name.
his last name. Sorry.
Oh, no.
Alekos or something.
Alekos.
Yeah. But thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you guys Tuesday when we create the main protagonist, Haseo wa Ninjima. That's gonna be a fun one. The question is though, are we gonna do the before or after version of Haseo? That's what I can't figure out.
Yes.
We'll figure that out later. Just checking for stuff.
Spots. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Pretty
everyone.
much.
I'm sorry.
I said pretty much, and then just checking to see if like I need to up anything in particular. There. They're a little bit more visible.
You mean Vulcas, not Vulcan.
Yeah, he's not an alien. He's not a Vulcan. But
Alright.
anyway, guys, thank you very much. You have a great rest of your weekend. Miki, Darkon, would you like to say anything as some last words?
Ketchup on chips is not weird.
Good for you, you're wrong.
What? What is
this?
this?
Whoa, have you tried it? Have you tried it?
Fair
What,
enough. I haven't
Ketchup
tried
on
it.
ketchup on ketchup flavored chips.
Oh, that's just like too much.
Double pepperoni
Bruh,
with mustard.
there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, there is several things wrong with it. Anyway,
You don't need to remind me.
all right. I feel like that was Darkon's final parting words. Chibi, do you want to say anything before we go? Words of wisdom, right there.
I love being put on the spot.
All right, well, there you go, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you Tuesday. Have a great rest of
What
your...
about Miki? Did
Miki already said something.
What'd she say?
She said her thing about chips and ketchup.
Oh.
Oh my god, wait.
Hold on, now
I wanted to hear her
Hold
say
on.
something.
Hold on.
Anthony and I are not homosexual. We're homosexual. End it.
Awkward. No, we're not done. I think he's got scars on his arms that I forgot.
No.
Oh, we're not done?
I ripped off my best joke. Why?
I tried to say it before you said your best joke.
No.
Don't blame that on me. No, I think there's scars on his arms that are.
It's okay.
I think there was, actually.
I don't
Hold
think
up.
Anthony heard it, so we're safe.
Oh, okay.
What? Were there
Yes,
stars
the-
on his
You're
arm?
not allowed to go back to hear it.
The confusion's there.
Hold up. Yeah, there were some scars on the underside of his arm.
Yep, I'm working on it. Okay. That
Should
one
learn to
would be
skip.
covered. This one, yeah. I like briefly, like it struck me that I knew there was another scar I needed to do because it shows. And it goes right here.
Oh! Scathing. Jared goes, that was your best. Really?
What was the best?
Ow.
Wow, an attack. Oof.
I'm missing context now.
You,
Yeah.
look at the context is I made a bad joke and I'm tired
It was
somehow.
I'm gonna get that
Jared
damn...
goes,
I'm getting that Shatter Spear today.
Oh god, you're gonna go do more?
Oh, fucking A, I am.
You do more. Did you see what I sent for Chibi?
I
Have an
saw
idea.
it, and I gave it a cursory glance.
770 elemental damage. We're doing this.
which elemental
but-
damage?
Yes?
What-
I'm going to assume that you're trolling me.
What's your preferred elemental damage?
Yes.
Oh, preferred. No. We get her one of each because the Safi weapons all start at the same number. So we could get her.
Well, okay, before we get her back on Safi though, we gotta go get her gear upgraded.
That's not the. The point is, the Safi weapons are great for elemental once the build is ready. So we have to do the build first before we get the weapon.
Oh, fair enough.
All right.
But we have to make her somehow fight Arch-Tempered Namiel, which is a bajillion times harder than Safi. So we're gonna have to come up with a plan.
All right. Well, this looks fantastic.
Now we're done.
Now we're
Now
done.
we're
Let's
done.
get a quick zoom out and look at him one more time.
God.
Wait.
he didn't in the beginning of the first 5 minutes. We have Patreon. Time to plug Patreon while I take a nap on my keyboard.
Yep, we have a Patreon. It's for patrons and non-patrons alike.
And your
you know,
patron money funds this.
Yeah, it
Thank
really
you.
does. It helps with so much.
I need to ask. I know the way he looks, but looks can be deceiving. Is Vulcas a top or a bottom?
Okay. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.